this is going to be an exceptionally exciting final coming up here. As you say, the final game of 3 days of T10 cricket here, put on by the Prague Cricket Club here in Vinoj in Prague. I'm Phil G, you're listening to Rohit doing the introduction there. Good words, good game coming up. I agree with you completely. This is going to be a fantastic match. Two top teams at the top of their game throughout the weekend, battling it out here for the trophy. Donnerstadt, who had a fantastic performance in their semi-final, put on a mammoth score, defended well. The Maximo 11, I feel they've kind of had it their own way throughout the competition. They've been very dominant. They've been very, very professional. They're going to be tough to beat, but this is the final I think we wanted, and this is the final you're going to get watching from on YouTube, watching from home. We hope you enjoy the streaming. We hope you enjoy our chat and our commentary, and we're almost ready to go. This is going to be a cracking final, Rohit.
Absolutely. This is going to be the clash of the Titans for the cup. Prague T10 Challenger Cup, 4th edition. We are really looking forward to a very, very competitive final here at the Scott Page Field. The first over is going to be bowled by Daniel. Daniel to Aziz. Right on the thigh pads, or I would say that's the box area.
Yeah, I think it got in between the thigh pads there. He zeroed that one in, and I think we all kind of felt that up here as Aziz walks away, shakes it off and comes back. Daniel has bowled very well. He's opened the bowling for the Maximo 11 throughout this competition, and he's bowled very, very well indeed. He's been impressive. Wow.
That's been clubbed over. That's been clubbed over to the mid-wicket area. That's gone for a maximum 6 runs. Very second ball of this innings.
Well, I said Daniel's bowled very well and very impressive in this competition. He's going to let me down there by a short ball that's been dispatched square over the mid-wicket boundary for 6. Lovely shot from Aziz. And Donnerstadt are here to take this final. They're not going to leave anyone wondering what they're here for. They're not here to play second fiddle. They're going to take the game directly to the Maximo 11. Case in point.
That's been hammered, and it's over the long on player. That's a consecutive 6 scored, putting pressure right on Daniel in the very first over. Third ball bowled, and the score is 12.
Yeah, that's a great hit. I wouldn't be surprised if Donnerstadt have targeted the power play for the acceleration. Don't worry about accelerating during the middle overs. Get stuck into the Maximo 11 in the early 3 overs while the power play's on, while men are not back.
Nudged over to the mid-on area, and just getting 1 run there. It's not about hitting big, but strike rotation is equally important, and I think Darmstadt is really executing it well. Only picking on those loose deliveries and dispatching them off, but cautiously playing the good deliveries of Daniel, who could be really dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, shows the quality of the batsman to be able to pick the loose ball and dispatch it, and then pick the 1s and 2s to keep that scoreboard ticking over. Absolutely vital in T10.
That's been bowled down the leg side track. And no hesitation from the standing umpire. Charles giving it a wide. So 1 extra single conceded in the very first over.
Yeah, Daniel strayed there. Maybe feeling a little bit of pressure from having those consecutive 6s smacked off his couple of his deliveries. Oh, just in front of the close infielder at fine leg there. Shouts to catch it. It bounced probably about 2 meters in front of him. I don't think he had a chance to come forward to take that one. Risky shot. Could have been a wicket. It's not. It's in the book as a run. And we continue.
Yeah. Daniel is a special bowler for me because he makes use of his fingers. And he's more a finger kind of also bowler, and that's been hammered. There is an opportunity, and that's been easily taken by the deep square leg player there, and that's a catch at the boundary. So impact just made at the very last ball of the first over. So wicket for Darmstadt, wicket for Maximo, and the first wicket lost by Darmstadt, CC here.
Yeah, I thought Aziz had enough of that, but it didn't carry. He needed to put a little bit more extra sauce on that pie, and it might have carried for 6, but the fielder came into play, took a very well judged catch, and he got a good get around from his team. First blood drawn by the maximum 11, and Aziz is back in the shed for a handy 15, but not enough, and he has to go.
Put down the volume because commentators can't hear us. Thank you.
Batsman,
Name,
there is a small break just right after the first over being bowled, and the batsman is looking for a Kader Gul, wants a new helmet, and slight delay. I think really we need to be pretty sharp on time finishing. It's evening time and we don't want to play until the sunset. So I think we should get on and quickly finish off. And the excitement is really on here at Scott Page Field in Vinors.
Yeah, need to make sure the umpires are on top of that. It's we started a little bit late. We don't want to, as you say, we don't want to be carrying on after the sun's gone down. So let's get on with it. This is an important game for everybody, but the umpires need to keep track of the time. Daniel still to bowl out his first over here, placing his field now. He's already got 1 wicket. New batsman in, someone we know very well. Subhawan Divisi has come in at number 3, and he is going to be facing the last ball from Daniel in that successful over.
This is the new over.
Sorry?
This is the new over. This is the second over. And
sorry,
unfortunately,
apologies. I thought I saw Daniel with the ball. I'm mistaken. It was the new over. Apologies.
Rafa is on the banks, and Rafa is going to bowl the second over. And on strike is Kader Gul, who should be looking to convert and accelerate the score past the first 15 runs that have been scored. Oh, right on the thigh pad area. Perhaps he's really targeting the rib cage of Kader Gul. Ribs getting ready for the dinner party here in Scott Page. So that must have hurt the batsman. A small break being taken here. I think we are going to lose some more time. The helmet is being fixed.
Yeah, Rafa's got some express pace here, and if that hits you on the body, that's going to leave a mark and it's going to sting. Charles Croucher, a very experienced umpire, wandering over and hopefully giving him a little bit of a hurry on. Can't have these delays this early in the game. Time for the teams to get on with it, please.
Yeah, this is a lot of waste of time here. Batsman should be keeping his gear ready and well checked before he walks into the arena. Yeah, literally lost a couple of minutes there for change of during the change of the first over here.
Yeah, we need to do better with time management than that. Need to get on with it.
Kader Gul facing the second ball of Rafa. Express speed. Oh, that was nowhere near the batsman's reach. Went like a rocket. Full wider Yorker land delivery. Really good execution. Coming right arm over, and really good pace there. Beautiful bowling.
Can I ask you, Rohit, did you notice the batsman's footwork there? Yep, me neither. There was none.
He was the Statue of Liberty.
He was stuck on his crease.
He was as if the Statue of Liberty in New York hasn't moved anything, and still he has been trying to plant his foot. No footwork, no foot movement. He was just trying to muscle it over the onside, but not successful. No timing there, and Rafa is like the express train.
Just an agricultural swat away for a single. Really you know, batsmen of this caliber, they need to sort of get in behind the line and play their shots. There's no excuse for that, even in T10. But that previous ball where he was just stuck on the crease really showed that. Wasn't very good at all. So now we're going to have a bit of a look at Sub 1 Divisi. Bit of a star here in the Prague Cricket Club.
Oh, that was close. That was close, but maybe it's going down the leg. Maybe missing or clipping the leg stump. Umpire Kushal Mendon unmoved. He is not given, and he has just given a leg bye. That's been waited by the scorers to be confirmed.
Good spot right hit.
And so that's that was a mighty in-swinging Yorker right onto the foot. Lucky that no injuries has happened to the batsman, and they have taken a leg bye.
The old sandshoe crusher.
Oh, look at the performance there behind the stumps. This guy, Vinny Sandhu, is amazing. A few moments ago, I saw him in the Red Cross tent getting some sprays on his hamstring, but it doesn't look like he had any major issues. That was the best stop we have seen since this morning behind the stumps. So diving to his right, and that was a good save.
Yeah, taking the leg side wide for a keeper is always difficult. You're unsighted for those few seconds when the ball goes behind the batsman. Wonderful stuff from the keeper.
That's been hammered, and there is Maradona in Maximo 11 who could stop it with his legs and not using or no intention to use his hands over there, but has been very successful, and that's a good stop. Saving 1 run or even 3 runs for his team because there's no one behind.
There is no one behind him, you're absolutely right. And you know, to be fair, it's been a long day in the field. It's been a warmish kind of day here as well, and maybe reaching down that early in this game just was never going to happen, but a good Maradona impersonation nonetheless. What a delivery.
Almost. Sabaun taken by surprise. Quick pace. We don't have so many speedsters in Prague cricket here, so really some experience that Sabaun is tasting. Especially these two teams have not played together, right? So
that's absolutely right. Yes,
it's a full surprise package for both the teams.
Saba well surprised on that. You're absolutely right. It got up. It was a little bit extra pace on that, and even he was slightly surprised by what happened there. Really interesting stuff. Interesting battle there between the two.
The third speedster coming on to bowl the third over and the last over of the power play here. Not much has been, not much damage has been done. Slightly below the 10 and over run rate. So let's see if Danustad gets going in this over. There will be some more pace coming on.
19 for 1 after 2 overs. Oh, nice in the block hole, but clipped away very nicely off his toes down to a fine leg, a wide fine leg for just a single, but nicely clipped away there.
Yeah, using the pace of the ball onto the legs, and Afridi Mohammad Farah Rafa. That's been bowled really wide-ish and rightly given as a wide, way too down the leg side. I think bowler is really targeting the legs and wanting to hit the stumps on the Yorker length, but missing it. A lot of pace in that. Good action. Side on action, and that's been given to the deep backward point fielder. Easy pickings, and this is one of the most impressive part about Maximo 11 and the captain is that the field positioning has been absolutely spot on.
It has. I agree completely. The fielding has been exemplary this whole weekend, and that's why they're probably standing atop of the ladder and they haven't had a loss. They've bowled to their field. The field settings have been fantastic. The fielders have caught, they've stopped runs, they've worked hard, and they work around the ground. And when you do that, you will win games. Fielding wins games. And that was a great example there. Lovely catch. And they've lost another wicket now. And that was sub-1 Divisi, and they are in a little bit of strife now.
They say that when you lose 2 wickets in the power play, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But again, it's just 10 overs and a very short format of the game. So you would believe that there's still more firepower coming down the outer, and I think we are going to see some big hitting from the next players in Danustat CC.
Yes, Naveed who's come in. He's taking guard on leg stump, and this is going to be very interesting to see how this battle turns out. Afridi's bowling with lovely pace. I mean, they've got some lovely pacemen in the Maximo team, and Afridi's bowling with some good fire.
And this is one of the key players for Danustat. Saber is the national team player who is quite high level cricketer, and he is bowled.
Oh my goodness!
Commentator's curse. That ball swung in full toss, and he edged it inside to the stumps. Commentator's curse. Oh my God!
It's contagious, I'm telling you. Firstly, it's me. Now it's you. That was incredible.
That
what
was
a delivery!
Not the intention, but unfortunately, this is going to be the shortest innings that he has played in this whole tournament. That's a duck. A first ball onto the stumps, full toss.
Oh yes, you heard the clip of the bat, the clip of the stumps, one straight after the other, bang, played on, you're on your way, sunshine, thanks for coming, see you later, don't you worry about that. And suddenly, the Maximo 11 are having a big get around, it's 21 for 3, and Danustat suddenly, they're in a bit of hurt right now. That middle order is going to have to fire up to make something interesting here, because Riaz Afridi has come in, he's collected 2 wickets, and he's looking dangerous.
The new batsman in is Zadran Omiri. He's the wicket keeper for Danustat.
Yes.
He has
Yes, Charles, 3 to come.
he has a short stature but very effective, big power hitter. And this is a hat-trick ball for Afridi, who is steaming in, and this is a great opportunity again. Oh, this almost missed. This almost missed the off stump. It was there. It was there for him to take the
I thought he had it. I thought
the
it
hat
might have
trick
gotten through.
in the finals. That could have been an amazing, amazing bowling performance. Still 2 balls to go in this over.
Yeah, Omid didn't know much about that.
That's an opportunity. Vinny has called it. This is a keeper catch. He takes the catch.
Oh, yes,
that's
he
an
has.
amazing wicket, boy. Oh, everything is happening here. So much pressure. Batsman under pressure. And another set batsman, Khadagul, who has not really get going. Wanted to go big. 6 ball face. So far, 4 runs coming. And he has given away his wicket.
But how is Riaz Afridi? 3 wickets in 4 balls. Wow, just carving her way through the Danustat batting lineup like a hot knife through butter. He's suddenly got 3 wickets next to his name. What an amazing over, what a performance from the man. He's got express pace. He's spent a lot of time with the coaches here in Prague and with his team to try to harness that temperament and get his focus, and he's delivering it here on a big stage. Wonderful over this, really wonderful over, and he's still got 1 more to come.
Small correction, it's Omid who is Rahimi who's gone duck. 2 batsmen in a row, you know, really big blow to this Danustat CC side. Bit of a trouble now, and we have 4 wickets just for 21 runs. at the finish of the power play almost.
Really feel for Kadagil at the other end, just watching the wickets tumbling like this. Oh, right in the block hole. Gets bunted away for no run, and that is the end of a sensational over. 3 wickets, 2 runs. You couldn't ask for much more than that. He's delivered for his team and his captain. Great over from Riaz Afridi. 21 for 4 after 3. It's power play done. Well, they started with I think double digits in the first over, and then it's all been pulled back with that one. And suddenly the Maximo 11 are on the front foot, and they're pressing. They want to get more wickets. They're lining up to get more wickets. Umpire signalling power plays all done. I'm not sure how defensive this field's going to go now. Maybe a couple of people might drop back, but with this sort of bowling, you just don't need to. Keep pressing for wickets.
Absolutely.
Danushtat have to find a solution here.
Yeah, I think Danushtat is on the pressure side here, and I don't see a reason why this field should be spread when you're bowling so good.
That's so true. And we talked about how the Maximo 11 team have bowled very well to their field, and the field placings have been so good and so measured that I expect that to continue obviously here in this final. I don't think the division of the players, I don't think they're going to move too far out. It's not going to be too ridiculous. They're protecting certain boundaries, but the bowlers will continue to bowl to their field because that's the discipline that they've shown so far in this competition.
Azam bowling right arm. Off spin, that's a bit of a short delivery, but the batsman has picked at the point. No run coming off just 1 run coming off the bat for the left-hander.
Yeah, he did pitch that a bit short. He might be a bit lucky to get away with that. He has pitched it a little bit short, but it has gone straight to the fieldsman out there. It looks like that is Pavel Florin, who's fielding just backward a square. And it brings the other batsman on to strike now.
Azam was the man of the match last game, just to remind you all.
Just setting his field, getting comfortable. The new batsman, Amanullah. Oh, he's gone for a bit of a swipe down leg side, just come off the pad. Oh, Vinny looks like he's in a little bit of strife. He's hobbling. He does have that injury that Rohit alluded to before. He's got a bit of a hamstring pull, the lower hamstring on the right leg, just a slight little twinge. And yeah, he hobbled ever so slightly after that ball, chasing it. Didn't look very comfortable.
Kadargul on strike. He hasn't scored much, seven balls faced so far, but that's been hit really hard onto the long on, and it sailed past the long on fielder there, and that's a big hit. This is some pickings, and it was right in the slot.
Oh yeah,
for him.
Yep. Good response from the Danushtat batsman there.
Nudged onto the point fielder there by Kadargul, and just 1 run coming off. So far, still a good over, I would say. Only 1 big hit has come, and we will see what variation he's gonna bring. Oh, really nice.
Yeah, nice and full that one.
Not giving any room to play the shot onto the pads, and just nudged over to the long on fielder. Field change. Cow corner being protected now. Oh, that's clever bowling. Batsman could have been in trouble. There was, I think there could have been a second run, but the other batsman at the other end was not interested.
Yeah, the ball
wasn't hearing the call from the other end.
The ball was bunted out ever so slowly, and the 2 fieldsmen are on the boundary, and they're coming a long way to prevent a second run there. Oh, didn't know too much about that delivery. That's bet the back a bit more, and that's a dot ball taken by the keeper. And that completes Azam's over. 33 for 4 after 4 overs gone. Danushtat trying to find their feet again after that mini collapse at the top order. 4 wickets going in quick succession, 3 wickets going in Afridi's over. How's that for a fact? And they need to rebuild. The middle order needs to rebuild in these overs now.
This is 5th over being bowled. Afridi is back on attack, and we will be saying Kadargul facing He has got 13 runs off 10 balls. He pretty want to get going. This is not a comfortable position they are at this moment. Any wicket, any loss of wicket could also hamper the projected score, because these are the key batsmen for Darmstadt.
That's right, and Cardigal's been there since the start. He needs to get on his bike and get moving now. He's got 13 from 10. He's just been recently joined by his counterpart there, Amanola, who's only been there for 3 deliveries, just the 1 run, and now they're going to face a very fired up Afridi. That is a cracking cut shot. Wow, he middled that, and he has absolutely laced that one through the vacant point region. The fieldsman had no chance. That was a tracer bullet. What a shot, lovely shot. That's going to relieve a bit of pressure for these batsmen.
That flew away in split seconds out of this boundary, yeah. So that was a really well timed full toss on the full toss. Good comeback from Afridi. Slipped, and I hope his ankle is okay.
Yeah, he went down pretty quick there. He's moving a bit gingerly, but I'm sure he'll walk that one off. It did look a little bit bad from the first viewing. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, but good comeback from him. Really not giving any more room, and that Yorker length ball has just yielded 1 run for the team.
That was a cracking good delivery. Good response after that boundary when it got smashed through vacant point. So Ria steaming in again. Oh, he really bent the back there, gave it a bit of a grunt. Well taken by the keeper behind the stumps. That's a dot ball. Sandhu looking a little bit, he's grimacing ever so slightly through those teeth. He's feeling that hamstring. I hope he doesn't do anything silly. Hopefully he's alright.
He needs to bat. He needs to bat as well, and he doesn't want to overstretch himself there. Bowlers are really not helping when he relaxes, so they're keeping him busy. That's another full toss, and luckily it has gone straight to the square leg fielder. No runs, 1 run conceded, and that I would say was really lucky.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, hit all the space in the world. Just had to go a couple of metres left or right of the fieldsman out there, but he picked him out, and I think Riaz got away with that one. And good fielding in the end. Returned the ball very quickly as well.
Kader Gul on strike. Want to launch himself. Can see the big back lift, but just 1 run. So this is turning out to be a good comeback by Afridi, who has, given four runs in the very beginning of this over. So it's going okay so far. Not many runs conceded, 7 runs in this over so far. Afridi. He's definitely going to look for a wicket here and break this partnership.
40 for 4, last ball of the over.
This is the 3rd full toss ball that's been bowled, and really got lucky here again. Good stop from the fielder. It does hurt. It's getting cold out there in the outfield. So good over, good comeback by Afridi. Luckily, he hasn't conceded more runs than the first ball that went for 4.
Score 41 for 4 after 5.
40 for 4 after 5, halfway through the Donnerstadt innings. They got 40 runs on the board, 4 wickets back in the shed. Still a fair bit of work to do.
41, yeah.
And it looks to me that is that Cardigal looking to get rid of the helmet and go helmet-less.
Roy is asking why it's 5.
This one. 41 for 4 after 5 overs.
Really?
So thank you, Rohit. Rohit steps out just to have a little bit of visit to the washroom. I'm joined by Dan, who's been commentating this afternoon on the Banksfield. And Dan, you join us at an interesting point in this game. 41 for 4, 5 overs gone. Donnerstadt in a little bit of strife, but these two have steadied the ship, and the Maximo team are pushing for another wicket. It's very well poised at the moment. There's a bit of tension around.
Yeah, I see opener Kader is still there. He's batted very nicely throughout the tournament. Donaustadt, of course, unbeaten so far. This is the clash of the Titans, as I heard Rohit refer to it earlier. Two unbeaten teams throughout the tournament. Maximo 11 on top.
Speaking of Maximo, he's gone for the crash helmet. He's going to come in nice and tight, try to keep the batsman honest, maybe look for a stumping. There's one thing we know about Vinny, he loves a stumping, and he'll be searching for that now. That's why he's got the helmet on. Speaking of helmets, Katagul has got rid of his, which may mean that he means business. But yes, he's the opener, he's still there. And he's starting to find the boundaries as well.
Sliced a bit though. And nicely taken.
I thought the fielder come in too far then. He had to jump for that. Oh, I thought he might have misjudged it. Good catch. Good outfield catch.
Yeah, it was an interesting one, wasn't it? He ran in, and then it was almost, he realised at the last moment he'd slightly overrun it. Had to leap for it, but took it fairly comfortably, to be fair to him.
And luckily he had a good leap. If that had been me, I probably would have just written it off. That was a very good catch. In the end, almost could have spoiled it, but the wicket stands 5 wickets down now. So, Saad has come on and he's got luck straight away, dismissing the opener Katagul. And again, Donnerstadt find themselves in a bit of strife at 5 down for 42. In the 6th over, a lot of work to be done to make this a competitive total.
And always the worst thing I find in this situation is, you know, we're genuinely at their number 6 and number 7 here, which is just, obviously it's not the 5 most preferred batters, so it can be a bit of a luxury at this amateur level if your 6 and 7 do still have that top quality batting ability. We'll see how Murid and Amanullah can get on. Obviously we've seen from the Maximo team throughout this tournament that if the target is not too much, then the power of their top order could make short work of it.
Just received a short little message from Quentin Norris, who is the Austrian national team coach, just acknowledging a few of my commentary bits and pieces there. All in good fun, mate. You know, I appreciate the Austrian team. Absolutely we do. Pushing for a single there, not on. Good work in the outfield there from the Maximo team. They've been fielding superbly this entire weekend. And obviously want to say big g'day to Quentin Norris, who's watching his boys playing here today.
Oh, he's got behind it, but just not enough distance. Taken out there on the deep mid-wicket boundary. That's 6 wickets down for Donaustadt, and they are under the cosh here, Phil.
They really are. Just needed a little bit more sauce on that one just to get over the line. It was really close, but he did hit it straight down the throat of the field, and he really didn't have to move very far at all. All he had to do was set himself, put the hands up, and let it go into the breadbasket and take it. And now there's a get-around, as you'd expect from the Maximo 11 team. They love their get-arounds. Good to see. Good spirit from this team. But Donnerstadt, yep, in all sorts now at 42 for 6.
They've done excellently, the Maximo team, because this is the sort of most cobbled together team of the weekend. Vinny, obviously, in his work with the European Cricket Network, he's been able to bring together a few guys from around Europe, but really shows you the power of cricket, that you put a few guys together with a common mission, they can you see some potentially lifelong friendships getting born.
Yeah, it's so true. You can't understate the work that people like Vinny Sandu and ECN have done across Europe for cricket in recent times, and what he's done here today is, well, this weekend he's brought in a bunch of guys who have forged a really good team.
There he goes.
Really made a really good fist of it.
Mr. Sandu behind the stumps, looking for the stumping.
See in the chat, a lot of love for Vinny Maximo. Let's hope Vinny's little hamstring injury doesn't cause him too many issues. He's moving a little bit gingerly there. He's looking for that stumping. He loves his cricket. He's a great competitor and he's a great guy too. Let's hope that that hamstring doesn't do him too much of a mischief.
Oh, hello. That's gone a long way.
Yes!
That goes past the Red Cross tent next to us here for a massive 6.
My friends in Sri Lanka corner were getting a bit worried.
They really were, weren't they?
There's always mischief when the boys from Sri Lanka are gathered together in a corner somewhere. And that one woke them up.
Speaking of the chat, I want to give another shout out to our friend Jeff from
I mean,
in the chat.
what an arm Riaz has got on him.
He does, hasn't he? That's incredible.
Really.
He's such a competitor. So yeah, Jeff from in the chat, good to see you popping up again for the final, mate. Good to see you there.
Hello,
See
Jeff.
you next year.
After 6 overs.
Yeah, an excellent supporter. I believe the boys from Grizzly helped to provide the t-shirts that you can see our 2 PCC umpires out in the middle wearing. This is, who have we got in the middle, Phil? I think it's Charles Croucher, isn't it? And
50 for 6 after 6.
is that Cushy down at Square Leg?
Yep, that is. Michelle Mendon at Square Leg. Standing umpire Charles Crowder, the Czech national team coach. A lot of familiar faces around the ground who've put this this great weekend of cricket together as well.
No, it's astounding, really. This is our 33rd game of the last 3 days. Oh, hello. There's still some energy out there.
Well, the fielder's come around. He stuck out his mitt, and he wasn't that far away from it, and that would have been a miraculous take if he'd been able to pouch. I think his momentum might have been taken him over the line, but he stuck the mitt out more in hope than anything else, and it really wasn't that far away.
So our mate Afridi again, recruited for this weekend by Vinny and the boys, the Maximo 11. Wow, that one's a lot more comprehensive. No one was within 20 meters of that one.
Dan, how is this going?
Welcome back, Rohit. Yes, no, it's Don Alstadt are under the cosh for sure. 6 wickets down, but a couple of sixes, helping to alleviate the pressure. That's our mate Pavel missing that one down it.
That's drifted towards the boundary, and that's been signaled for whites.
No.
It's just off. Oh, it's off the bat. It's off the bat and off the glove. Literally 4 runs there for the batsman.
So Rohit, I can see approaching us again. Similar time to yesterday. The field owner here, Hugo Banks.
Yeah, Hugo and his 2 boys. Welcome back to the finals of the Prague T10 Challenger Cup. We'll be seeing you around, and hopefully you'll enjoy the final clash. Oh, that was a bit quite wide off the off stump there, missing his line completely. Try not to give any room to Bashir, and try and keep it away from his range, because Bashir has belted quite a few big hits, and he's really looking very strong there with 23 off just 5 balls. So this is gonna be a good contest, and that's been hammered onto the long on area, finding the fielder number 69.
Samanjit, I believe, if I remember right.
And we
Yeah,
have,
obviously Don Alstadt need to really try and get to 100 at least to post a half reasonable target. But there's another 6, and that will help.
that's been hammered, and Bashir has really been going 30 runs off just 10 balls. He is doing balle balle balle. 6-6-4, 1 wide, 1 and 6. This is one of the most expensive over, and this is where I see the game a little bit drifting towards Danishtab, who have improved their strike rate and run rate overall to just close to the 11 run mark. And the projected score is now above 100. And look, who's coming on to ball? Who's coming on to ball? This is none other than the magician, the Romanian magician. Pavel is taking the
Party time, Pavel style.
taking the ball and taking the responsibility given by his keeper, number 14, Pavel Florian.
I'd love to see the grenade launcher come out.
And this is gonna be an interesting contest, and this is going to perhaps generate a catch.
Oh, it's a great catch.
First wicket, what a celebration! What a celebration! That was a lollyball. Parabola going on to the batsman, and the batsman giving away a catch. A good ground made by the long on fielder, and this is a mid-on catch, and this has been really effective for Pavel. Pavel Florian is on fire. First ball wicket in this match. Great stuff there. This was the partnership that they wanted to break, though at the other end the batsman was really not get going. So Bashir is still on. The danger is still on.
That's a great catch. Love it. Love your work.
Come on, boys! Don't have any ice spray, huh?
Oh, that was off the track. Off the track, and this is a no ball. This has pitched outside the mat, and this has been given a no ball for a free hit.
We don't.
Free hit coming. It's been belted. It's going to be on the top of the tent here. Oh, it just landed next to the streaming guy. He was running for his life. And the difficult part is the streaming guy cannot land safely anywhere. He is on the tower. Shakil is the guy, and Shakil facing the next ball, and Shakil has hammered it, and there could be a catch. Oh, it was a great attempt, beautiful attempt there. Could have been a fantastic catch. Definitely going to be a great day.
5 runs.
But has saved 3 runs for his team.
5. It was a 6.
Oh, it could have been a 6.
We were sure
honestly.
by the scorer Ritik Tomar that would have gone for 6. That one is going for 6.
That's definitely going for 6. It's just close to the car park now. The fielder really has to go halfway through and bring the ball back there. It's been hammered, and this is some loose bowling now. After a great start there, taking the wicket. He is creating chances though, Dan.
Yeah, of course, it's exactly that kind of bowler, isn't it? That it just tempts you, and if you top edge it, slice it, he's in the game.
6.
That's another hit, big hit on the cow corner area. That's 6, that's been hammered, and Bashir is really moving close. Now in 40s, moving close to his 50. So great knock going on from Bashir. It was really belted. All the balls has come across recently.
I don't think Maximo will mind this too much. They would prefer to have a decent target to chase down, and who knows, obviously they might end up giving themselves too much to go for, but at least that will make for a more entertaining final.
Oh, that's being called a wide. That's definitely a wide. Down leg side. Losing completely his track on this pitch, and if he really wants to get a wicket, I think he needs to do something different. Powell to Bashir.
67 shot.
Oh, he's missed that one.
Missed out, and Vinny Sandhu was really in trouble. If he would have hit that ball, he was right behind the stumps, and the bat just missed his helmet, and the ball was so close. So dangerous bowling.
90.
I mean, I always think back to that Mark Boucher incident a few years ago. Do you remember? He was keeping, and the bail got him in the eye.
Yeah, that was a dangerous one.
You just can't account for everything, and these things will happen, unfortunately, with our great game. Obviously, Rohit, you've heard me talking about my terrible leg injury I suffered on the first day, all tournament.
And who was the batsman who hit that ball?
Old Nabi, we'll see him in a few minutes.
All right. So you got hit by one of the best in this tournament, so no regrets there. I think he was right on target. Only you were on the way, looks like.
Yeah, it was all my own fault. I should have moved out the way, but
yeah, you
anyway,
snooze,
we
you
live and learn.
You have to keep the eyes open.
Fortunately,
and the ears open.
We're stationed right by the medic's tent, so the medic was straight over to ice me up, and yeah, just a bit of a bump in the end.
Right, so this is
Rafa, I think. And
Rafa's
shown some very quality pace throughout this tournament.
Shaquille is going to face, hasn't got much strike, Shaquille, and has been just a spectator of the fireworks going on the main end. Oh, that's a good bouncer, and Rafa has launched a bouncer onto the batsman first.
Vinny very frustrated, wasn't he? He had a bit of a fumble with the pickup, and it tempted the batsman to scamper a bye. And then a wild shy at the stumps almost caused an overthrow.
He hardly loses his patience, Vinny. He's been a cool captain so far. Oh, that was there for some hitting on the onside. Nevertheless, the ball was too fast. Has completely missed the batsman. In swinging ball with some bounce on it. Rafa is serious pace here at Scott Page, Vinosh.
Yeah, this pitch definitely rewards the quality pace. You get nice bounce through. And Rafa has been an exponent all weekend.
Rafa to Shaquille, and that's been nudged over to the mid-on area. No big damage down there. Just a single. And Rafa seems to be in trouble. Oh, that's not a good signal. I think he has pulled his leg. It's a muscle cramp, looks like. He just needs to hold it, and he is in pain.
Oh, those cramps.
He is in pain. That does not look nice.
Those cramps can be brutal, can't they?
He is, he's been steaming in to bowl the ball, and this is not good signs in a cricket field.
Must have just been something with how he landed, because yeah, like you say, he steamed in once again, and just as soon as he pulled up, he wasn't happy whatsoever. Big shout out to David, you see there in the red uniform. He's been with us for all 3 days of the tournament, provided medic by the Czech Red Cross. We appreciate everything they do for us. Rohit, tell me, we've had a lot of fantastic supporters for this tournament. Who do you want to give a special mention to?
I mean, yeah, there are so many people. I mean, player-wise, or you're asking me about?
We see the good lads from Mashek have flashed up our sponsor logos.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is so much support from inside, within, and outside. And without these sponsors, I mean, this tournament at this level could not have been possible. We want to thank all our sponsors, Prague City Council, Grizzly Bears, for sponsoring our T-shirts, official T-shirts, and to all the catering providers, Sangam and Dukan, who have been, you know, serving us delicious Indian food and snacks, and then our own Czech sponsor for beer, it's Budweiser, Budvar from Český Budějovice, and these guys have been supporting us throughout this tournament. So much of great support that we have got here, which is really making us so successful again.
Always feel like I have to give a special mention to the hotel duo as well. They have looked after, is it the majority of the teams?
Absolutely,
most of the
absolutely.
teams? Or Rafa, obviously feeling a touch better, zips another one through. I mean, this is the type of pace that we just don't deal with on a regular basis, right?
Yeah, this is some serious pace, and this is one of top players, I think, in the domestic league. So Rafa is from France, Paris, lives in Paris, and this team is a collection of players from all across European countries. So, I mean, pleasantly surprised to see them performing so well in this tournament. Good bouncer, and you can see the collection point of the keeper behind the stumps. This is like super quick, super fast. There's absolutely no timing there, and really great performance there. So Rafa really struggling, but he is fully committed here, and that's a pure determination.
This is
bowling.
This is the last ball of his spell, and he's only conceded 5 runs from 11 balls so far.
And he's limping, and he still wants to bowl fast. So, you know, he is giving it everything. Touched on to the mid-on area, and just for a single. So very successful over for Rafa, and only 3 runs have been conceded in this over. In the context of this game, they have really restricted now Darmstadt and CC, and they have put some brakes on the acceleration that they wanted. So really, at the end of 9 overs, 99, so just 1 run short of the 100 mark, and this is going at a rate of 11 and over. It could be, if they still have 1 over, maybe 110, 111, it could be the final score.
I think Donnerstadt will be happy. The 100 mark will have been a big step psychologically, like at least to post 3 figures on the board from where they were. I think they were around 60 for 6. They've fought back to at least post a target. Basir has obviously batted superbly, 43 off 12. It's nearly a strike rate of 4 per ball.
After 9 overs.
Can he get to a fantastic half century?
Final over being bowled here, and the spinner is on with the cap and dot ball's gold ball. Great stuff.
Khalil comes in again.
Oh yes, I think the batsman threw a kitchen sink on that and got nowhere near the ball. Straight ball, hitting the stumps. It's clean bowled.
And yeah, number 10 coming out now, and they really need to tip and run and get Basir on strike, at least for the last 3 balls.
Ishak is the new batsman in. coming on to face the last 5 balls. And let's see what Magic is going to do. Is he going to muscle it over the boundaries to get his team across the 110 mark? Projected score 106 with the fall of that wicket, but I'm pretty sure there is an opportunity to score a lot of runs in the last few balls. Another good ball. Batsman not interested on the other end, and Ishaq has scored just 1 run off that first ball he's faced. Bashir is back on strike. Bashir is at 43. Bashir hasn't connected the ball. This is really smart bowling, and I really think Azam has been really economical throughout this tournament, and he's won a couple of I think man of the matches in the previous league games. So undoubtedly Bashir is really on the target.
Come on boys!
Bashir had to wait for the square leg umpire to get back to his position there. He's too eager to finish off his over, and he has been hammered, but
Oh, he's put it down.
and that has been put down on the extra cover, on the covers,
think
and
they
that should
haven't
have
run.
been taken.
Just a single. Yeah, they haven't taken a run.
Just a single coming off.
Oh, outside edge, but that was the last ball of the innings. 102 for the Austrians.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting contest because 100 is on par. I think on a normal day, 10 and over is what you expect in a T10. So I would have expected that they would have finished somewhere around 115 and 120 runs, just to make it so competitive. But it looks like an easy target for maximum 11. Nevertheless, you never know. Anything can happen on a crunch game with 2 top teams playing against each other. Darmstadt has really the high potential and really quick bowlers to capable of restricting these guys. So I really think Maximo has done well in restricting the team. Less than 110 runs here, and now we have to see how Darmstadt is going to come back and what plan do they have. Play should be resuming in 10 minutes, so stay tuned, and please keep watching the final session, the next session of the game.
Quick look at the scorecard. Both openers got into double figures, but unfortunately numbers 3 to 7 scored no boundaries between them before Captain Basir came in at number 8 and scored 44 off 14, including 6 sixes, to get the score up to respectability. Donaustadt ending up 102 for 8. Join us for the chase in a few minutes.
Welcome back for the final time to Vinoj, to the Scott Page Field here in Prague. This is Phil G. I'm here to take you through what is the last session of an exceptionally good T10 competition here at the Prague Cricket Club, presenting for you the Challenger Cup 2023 edition, the 4th time this has been run here, and this has been a massive successful tournament. Big massive thanks to all our sponsors and all our friends and family and everyone who's gotten around us and helped us out with this tournament. It's all left now for the Maximo 11 to chase down these runs. They need 103 runs in 10 overs. We're almost ready to start. Aziz has got the brand new pill in his hand and we're good to go. And we start with a wide. We always start with a wide in T10. That just seems to be the way it works. So, 102 runs needed off 60 deliveries now. The Maximo 11 will fancy themselves, but don't get me wrong, this Donnerstag team, they've got some really decent bowlers here. Sorry, Donnerstadt, getting carried away here talking about Donnerstag. Sorry, my Austrian/German is a little bit rusty. I did take it in high school, but I was in high school in 1980. I've forgotten when I was in high school, but it was a long time ago. So, Donnerstadt, with every opportunity to get the chocolates here against a very favoured Maximo 11. If they can get these two out cheap, it's game on. Oh, wild swing. Really wild swing there from Nabi. He was nowhere near that. Drive a truck through the gap between the bat and the ball there. It was an unbelievable swipe. I tell you what, if these Donnerstadt bowlers, they capitalise on some of this wild swinging, we're going to be in for a thrilling run chase here, I reckon. Well, that hasn't gone where he wanted to. There's a few fielders running back. Oh, that was such a good effort to take a leap and try to get that one to snaffle it. Massive, important wicket. That would have been a game changer right there. I'm telling you, these guys from Austria, they're in this up to their necks. They are absolutely in this competition. This is not going to be a one-horse race, guaranteed. No way. Maximo 11 have had it all their own way this weekend, but now they're running into something a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher, and a team that's up and about making a lot of noise. Shout out to everyone in the chat for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us this weekend. We appreciate your contributions in the chat. We appreciate your support, of course. And it's all because we love the game of cricket and you guys love European cricket. Thank you so much. No matter whereabouts in the world you are, we really appreciate your support, and all the players and officials do as well. Just a bit of a lull here while we get some equipment fixed. I'll be joined shortly by another co-commentator, but right now you've got to put up with me, Phil G, leading commentator for cricket in the Czech Republic. Well, that's a big hit. He's taken that from middle stump and he's gone for 6. Bang. Easy as that. Lovely strike. Lovely strike of the ball. Clean hit. Didn't mind taking it from middle stump, but it was in the slot. Just the perfect length. And the Maximo 11 run chase now has started in earnest. So 94 runs of 56 deliveries. Don't worry about the run rate, that's always gettable. But if the Donnerstadt team can remove these two batsmen, this is going to be a very interesting final. It all rests on getting rid of these two batsmen. Bottom edge that down the ground. Still went pretty quickly down the ground. All the way down to the man at long on, who flings the ball back. Bowler lets it go through, and the keeper cleans up. As is the opening bowler. So 10 off the over, 5 balls gone, 1 more to come in this over. So Aziz bowling to the left-hander Saif, who had a blistering innings in the earlier semi-final here against the Berlin Cricket Academy. Blasted a very quick fire, 30-something off no time at all. Even had the audacity to block a few at the end. Oh, gave a bit of a charge, and he's just put the bat down. It's gone past 2 players, and they've just run through for a single. What a funny old shot that was. There's the scorecard from early today. Donnerstadt 102 for 8 after their 10 overs. And Bashir Khan came in and blasted a 44 off 14 deliveries in no time at all. Really turned the game around for his team. Blistering innings, fantastic stuff from Bashir. So that's the first over done. 11 off the over, 11 for 0, 11 for no wicket, 1 over gone, 92 runs needed from 54 deliveries for Maximo to take the Challenger Cup. Well, like I said to the chat before, we hope you've enjoyed the cricket as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. A lot of our partners and friends who've helped put this whole thing together, and we really appreciate their support, and we appreciate your support more so. That's just been bunted straight down the ground here, very straight. Man runs in from a long off boundary, flings it back in. Just the one run. So Nabi back on strike. Well-built man, looks around the ground. Where are the gaps? Still within the power play, only 2 men allowed out the deep. There's one coming into the deep mid-wicket area, or he's a very straight deep mid-wicket, or a wide long on, call it what you like. And there is his counterpart on the other side of the field at a wide-ish long off, almost into the deep covers. Swing and a miss, but that's definitely a wide ball. But he was still floating with it. Doesn't matter if it's a wide ball or not. If you get a tickle on it, suddenly it's not a wide anymore. But he was quite happy to try to go for that one. And this is an interesting little run chase here now. So dot ball, wide. Sorry, 1 run wide. Bowler steams in again. That's a dot ball. Well done by the bowler there. That is Basir, who's backing up his efforts with the bat with a good effort with the ball, putting the brakes on. He looks all business, does Basir, and he's played a great game today. Steaming in again. Bent the back a little bit shorter, but unfortunately he has strayed outside the tram lines, and that is another wide. Yeah, we really appreciated his batting in the previous innings. You heard the commentators, Dan and Rohit, full of praise for how he turned the game around for Donnerstadt, who were in all sorts of trouble in the power play in the first few overs. But Basir, this play here, came in, belted a quick 544. Oh, they've missed an opportunity there for go for a swipe for a leg side smashing, and instead it's run away for 4 wides. Yeah, just missing his radar a bit there. But he's bowling with good pace, just needs to rein in that that target, get that line right. Score moves to 19 without loss. Still 84 runs there for 52 balls, every chance for either team to take this one. Still early in this innings. Oh, that's a terrific delivery. That's a fantastic delivery. Umpire unmoved, gives it not out. And that's gone for 4. Bit of bat on that, obviously. Little bit of bat on that. Not indicated as leg buys. Umpire suggests that there was a little bit of bat on that. Which is probably why the LB shout was turned down. But that is 4 off its faintest of edges. I think from us here in the commentary tent, we couldn't hear it, we couldn't see it, but the umpires, he's there for that position to call that, and he's called it as 4, legit 4 off the bat. And Basir, not for the first time this over, has pitched it down leg side for another wide. Raised his hand, just says, sorry folks, let's get this back on track. Marches back to his top of his mark. Maybe a little bit rattled from that LB shout that was given not out, but umpire Kushal Mendon, experienced customer, felt that there was a bit of a tickle on that from the batsman. And left alone. And rejoined by Dan here in the commentary position. So Dan, a little bit of excitement there. Big shout for LBW, but turned down as the umpire felt there was the slightest of inside edges there, and it ran away for 4 runs.
Yeah, it's these fine margins, you know, don't ask that really need to cause damage to this batting lineup. Great work in the field there.
That's brilliant work in the field. Fantastic fielding right in front of us here. All business, good work. Well done.
got down well. It's that classic thing of just putting your body on the line, making sure that the ball does not get past you. Great work down there. Yeah, Donaustadt just don't have many runs to play with, so they gotta make sure to be on point. They gotta make sure to get wickets when half chances come up.
Okay.
25 for Nanov 2, Maximo 11 already ahead of the run rate.
Yeah, the Maximo 11, they're on target here. Unfortunately for Basir in his over, a few too many wides, gave away a little bit there, probably a little bit frustrated with his own bowling and just couldn't find his line against the left-hander. And yeah, coughed up a few too many extras. Needs to be very careful here going forward. But you're right, Dan, they are ahead of the run rate, the Maximo 11, 25 for no loss after 2. And they seem to be doing the job pretty well. There's been a few little streaky shots, a few little questionable decisions of shot making, but all in all, not too many chances given away. Well, the few agricultural shots like that, where I've said it before, that was such a gap between bat and ball.
Umpire Charles Croucher.
He had a good look. What do you think, Dan? Call that one a wide?
Looked it from here, but I mean, I always do defer to the umpires. They've got the best view in the house.
Ooh. Well, Nabi seems to have one gear, and it's all go. The problem is, though, if he's not going to be able to touch the ball, then it doesn't matter what gear you're in. If it's not go, then if you don't hit the ball, nothing's going to happen. So he's had 2 massive swings across the line. If he connects, it's going to be gone, like that, exactly like that. That's a big 6. So third time lucky, he does connect and he does put it over the boundary line for 6. Lovely shot. Nabi, who's probably the #1 run scorer in this contest this weekend, and he's connected with the 3rd one finally.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Phil. I was just looking up actually, and so Nabi so far, I don't know if this is counting this innings in front of us, probably not. 234 from 6 innings. Where's that going?
That has landed a long way behind us, Dan. A long way.
So second is actually Sajal from Runbeers, had 228, so he's only 6 runs behind Nabi, and he played 1 game less. And then Sakil from Donaustadt had 212. I'll look up what he got in the first innings here.
Yeah, Sajal was very impressive for Runbeers this weekend. Oh, and he's gone again. 3 out of 3.
I mean, he hits it so far, doesn't he?
It's like those two swishes, the 2 dot balls at the start of this over, almost like a tease for the fielding team, for the bowler, because he's just come out and he's just going triple bang, bang, bang. 3 6s, one after the other.
So just looking up Sakil, who overall was the 3rd highest run scorer of the tournament. He got a golden duck in this in the first innings. Afridi taking him first ball. Were you on the comms on that one, Phil?
Which match was that again?
The first innings here.
First innings here, yeah.
Afridi got a golden ball first up.
Got Divisi. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sakil.
Oh, no, Sakil. That's right, yes, he was on a hat-trick there for a moment. And, well, literally just for that ball, just on a hat-trick, and didn't come through with the goods. But, yes, it was a lightning delivery. That was during Afridi's over. He took 3 wickets for 2 runs and completely rattled the cage of the Donaustadt players. Destroyed the top order like a hot knife going through butter. It was incredible. Just completely smashed them to pieces. And they were shell-shocked for a few overs. It took them quite a while to get any confidence back in their batting. Riaz Afridi was bowling with such venom.
Yeah, I mean, he always amazes me, right, when he turns up. He's such a big boy, you know.
Yeah.
All due respect to our good mate, but yeah, just every time he wanders up, you're like, whoa, big fella. Just looking up the MVP stuff here,
Okay.
Phil.
Yeah.
And
What are you seeing?
Naby's batting alone has propelled him to third on the Crick Heroes scoreboard, but obviously that mix of batting and bowling helps. Aziz has been opening batsman for Donaustadt, the team in black bowling here.
Oh, that's
well fielded.
terrific fielding there in the outfield.
Oh, and they're not watching behind. Although maybe the cover fielder was a long way from it, and in the end, it doesn't cost them an overthrow.
It was crashed to point, who fielded it cleanly, shied at the stumps. There was no one at the bowler's end. No one bothered to get up to the bowler's end to take the ball, and it went for, luckily, no overthrows though.
Oh, that's a long way.
Sweet. Sweet shot. Another 6.
They're making short work of this target, aren't they?
They really are. That's an incredible strike. Again from Naby. He's steaming along now. Those couple of dot balls are looking like quite a weird glitch in the matrix, but they've run down now. They need 50 runs of 40 balls. Still haven't lost a wicket. We did say at the start, if Donaustadt can remove one or even both of these guys for cheap, they're in with a shot. They haven't done that, and now they're in all sorts.
Oh, watch out.
Look out.
Oh, good fielding. Good work by the protective cover on the tent here. It's deflected away from the computers resting nearby.
He's hit that so straight and hard. You're absolutely right that whoever placed that protective banner there in front of the computers, they deserve an MVP award. That has saved a fair bit of money and damage. Well, we tried to get a little bit cute there, a little bit sort of watch how much finesse I have, but he's missed it.
Oh yes, nice segue, Phil, back to the MVP rankings on the Crick Heroes app, and just to say, yeah, Aziz for the, I believe this is him actually bowling. Oh no, sorry, this is Basir, right? But anyway, Aziz has been a useful bowler for Donaustadt, plus the opening batsman, and always rattling along with a good strike rate. So overall, the table is showing him as the MVP, with Sajal, who we discussed from Rumbeers, showing in second, and Naby, yeah, just in a way hindered by the lack of all-rounder capabilities that maybe this app rates highly, but the batting alone has propelled him to third overall, although
there you go. The slower ball has got him. Obvious slower ball there, and Naby has gone. He hasn't got his 50, but I reckon he's done quite enough damage to this bowling attack. He's got his team within 42 runs of victory, but he has to go. The slower ball has caught him out there. Obvious slower ball, skied it, and Naby has to go for 47 off 21 deliveries.
What a talent, though. I mean, the ball striking capability. I think every innings I've seen him, he's given at least 2 chances on his way to a cracking score. But like, he goes so hard that even those chances are difficult chances.
Yeah, true. Saw in the previous ball, I mean, he went for his typical 6 shot over cow corner. He's edged it. Really sort of like mistimed it completely, but it flew away to third man for a 4, which he had 2 fielders out there and neither of them could get anywhere near it. He really has a lot of power in those shoulders.
You'd love to see if there's the chance for someone to pick him up on a contract for one of these tournaments. Be great to see. This is what a lot of the guys are striving for in a way, and it's a great example of how cricket is building.
It's true. Yeah, he'd be ripe for the picking if someone could get him on a contract for a tournament like this. I mean, he's proved his worth, and we'll see in the medal ceremony coming after this match as to how much he's worth. And you know what? There's every chance he could take one of the individual awards.
True indeed. I don't know how the old Crick Heroes app works. We love the guys from Crick Heroes. They've been real great support to us, but yeah, I believe it wouldn't be up to date, and maybe that little knock in the final propels him to the overall winner as Ishak aborts his first ball.
It was kind of funny, that one. It looked like he aborted it, but he aborted because he forgot to let go of the ball almost. He's looking at his legs too. Some of these players are just in the later part of the afternoon. They've had a few niggling concerns around the hamstring, around the muscles in the legs. It's been a long old weekend. We've had early starts, we've had a few late finishes, and yeah, maybe the bodies are just starting to ask a few questions of their masters here.
Phil, I do have to push back, because as much as it's been wonderful to get these 12 teams here and have this sort of tournament. I believe so far they've been called upon to play 2 T10 games in a day. That's equivalent to 1 T20. I mean, come on, boys, we can put our bodies through that exertion. Well, we have the power.
Well, the point I'm making is that Donnerstadt played a semi-final that went a little bit late. They only got about a 15-minute break between this game and the semi-final. And, I'm just saying, I'm noticing a few players sort of, even from the Maximo team, sort of going for the hamstrings. We saw Rafa go down in the previous innings as well. He came over to the medical tent, needed a little bit of treatment on the hamstring. Mr. Maximo Vinny, he's had a little bit of a twinge in the hamstring as well. So, players are exerting themselves, they're putting everything in, and they're just needing a little bit of treatment, and that's the only thing I was commenting on.
I'm going to be a skeptic and say they might be enjoying the refreshment tents that we have in place here a little bit too much. Fantastic food on offer all weekend from the boys at Sangam. Obviously, we're hugely appreciative of Bombay Express, who are the main sponsors of PCC's shirts.
And now Saif has helped me prove my point by flexing the right leg. He's looking like he's in a little bit of strife. And you still think it's all academic, that they're just feeling a bit funny?
I think they're a bunch of moany crybabies. Come on, get on with it.
Bowler's having a bit of a stretch as well. Umpire Charles Croucher having a stretch of the arm. I think he was telling the bowler not to bowl, but he was stretching the arm.
I'm looking at them all. I recognise these faces from the fantastic hospitality tents that we have here.
Interesting. Well, bottom line is we don't want to see any players doing any terrible injuries here. We don't want to see them doing any injuries whatsoever. So we hope that they play within the limits of how they're feeling at the moment, no matter what.
Absolutely. Although I'm hugely appreciative of our man David, who is sitting a few meters to our right here.
Yeah.
He's been here for the whole tournament. I believe he's learned a lot about the beautiful game of cricket. He's been observing keenly, and he's been on hand in case of any little muscle tweaks or impact injuries. I've seen quite a few players shuffling over and asking for assistance from him. He's been doing a great job for us.
Yeah, I heartily agree with those words, Dan. Shot.
Ooh,
That's a 1 bounce for 4, I reckon.
I think he said 6.
Oh, I thought it bounced just inside the line. Did you see something different there?
Certainly not myself. I would not like to be called upon as a witness for what just occurred, but the fielder closest did seem to indicate that it might have gone for 6, but looking at him now, he's waving the arms for 4.
Okay.
So
Fair enough. It looked like 4 to me from the first. I didn't see the replay, but it did look like a 4. And we'll go on what the player and the umpire says, of course. Lovely strike, though.
certainly so strong through that offside.
He's trying to go again,
and he proves that he could do it if he wanted to.
As that one was definitely a 6, we got good vision of that one. and he's put a little bit extra sauce on that pie, and it has carried over the fence for 6. That's a 4 and a 6 back to back, and the Maximo 11 are continuing on their merry way to a pretty big victory here. 21, that's 27, isn't it? Off 31. Run rate is very much in their favour. They've only 1 wicket down. They've got people in the shed waiting to come out and take care of this if these two can't, but they're looking pretty good, the Maximo 11. Donnerstadt pressing hard for another wicket. For dot balls, they need more dot balls. They need pressure on these batsmen. Where's that gone?
Oh,
that
he can do it on the leg side as well. Fantastic.
Well, I don't know if he knew too much about that, but he's crashed it for 4 square.
You know, my Australian friend, we happened to flick on the one of the Ashes tests from 2005 to comfort ourselves in recent nights. And there was a Freddie Flintoff shot where he hits a great 6, where the commentators say, I don't think he knew too much about that. And yeah, very reminiscent, to be honest. It was swiveled upon a short ball. Maybe the head looked away, but he'd already clocked where it was going, and he threw the arms and hoped. Paid off.
Well, I got to say, Freddie Flintoff, 2005, was there a better player on the planet at that time? That's a tough question to ask, but he would be my pick. I thought he was unstoppable, reminiscent of both of them in the 80s.
It's such a shame. Like there were a few like lights that faded quickly after that. Like we were watching the highlights. Trescothick was banging it away, and I think within a year and a half he'd given up Test cricket and never played again.
That's right, he did too. He disappeared very quickly.
And also Simon Jones, that was the last time we ever saw him. He bowled fantastically in the first 4 tests, got injured in the 4th test, never played for England again.
Yeah, that's a disappointing story, because Simon Jones really stamped his authority on that Ashes series.
Yeah, we'd have been lost without him, right? That was a huge part of it, that we had 4 genuinely quality seam bowlers. And it meant that we could just about ride Giles, who was a 6 out of 10 spin bowler. Did alright, but very much in the England style these days. You've got no spin bowlers that you're like, ooh, we've got Moeen Ali, watch out.
Monty Panesar, he's my pick of the bunch. Not for his spin bowling, mind you. He's got a great beard. Going to change your commentator here. We're going to bring in Rohit, who's going to take you to potentially the end of this match. I'll step out. It's been fun. And Dan and Rohit to take you to the end, see if the Maximo 11 can get over the line against Donnerstadt. I'm Phil G. It's been wonderful talking to you, but it's my turn to bow out and go find another beer. Cheers.
Thank you, Phil. All right, where are we?
Victory awaits, mate. There's only 22 to get.
Holy mighty, it's been quite a hammering from Maximo 11s with showering Maximos everywhere. That's another possibility there for a catch, but great effort, diving forward, but really ball falling short and passing through, so it's a 4. And with that, the scoreboard is getting much closer to the target, and it is now 85 at the loss of just 1 wicket in just 6 overs.
No, I mean, the Maximo team have really stamped their authority all over this tournament, and even in the final here it looks relatively straightforward for them.
Shenwari coming on to bowl the next over.
Maybe a last throw of the dice here.
Yeah. Simranjit on strike. Oh, that's been really well hit. Ouch! Good fielding, but the James Bond
Our friend James Bond fielding there, 007.
on the long off will be busy. Looks like. Worry to Saif, and wow, there is an opportunity. Oh yeah, good fielding there in the cow area. Well fielded there, Ishak, the fielder. Danushtab trying to put some pressure there on the batsman. Maybe a wicket could change the momentum of this game, but that's a really bad ball put away. Even if left alone, could have been a wide, but the batsman decided otherwise, and we have a easy pickings there on the backward of the square leg area.
Some guys aren't so comfortable with the sweep, but Simranjit just stepped down quickly, confidently, put that one away.
Just 2 sixes, 2 big hits required to conclude this match, and 30 runs partnership coming up in just 17 balls. Quite useful, and that's another bad ball put away, and
I feel they got enough on it. So
and oh, that was a bouncy throw. Keeper completely missed it.
well, by
Good
hook
backup.
or by crook, they managed to keep that down to a single. So last ball of the over, coming up to Saif, the powerful opener. Oh dear.
And now the score, the gap to the target really narrowing. Just 10 runs required in 19 deliveries, and that's a maximum that sailed over the commentator's attempt. A beautiful shot, powered across, and that's really putting them in a great location there. I think it's all going to be balle 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 all the way, Maximus 11.
Kushal, just 4 required.
Yeah, just one boundary needed now from the last 3 overs.
Kushal, just 4 runs required.
4 away, 4 away.
Bowler name?
James Bond, come on.
Copy.
But I don't think he can save the day.
Oh, almost. Wow, James Bond in action. There is always something going to be exciting happening.
Another 17 of those, and maybe Don Alstadt can snatch the win, but
The mission impossible, almost. This is probably a leg by, and well, great throw, but I think it's a waste of time, as we need to wrap up as soon as possible, and this game is prolonging now unnecessarily.
yeah, we're all looking forward to seeing you out there, Chairman, distributing the awards, thanking all our sponsors and all the people for attending.
Absolutely, there will be a closing ceremony and the award ceremony, and we would really like to, you know, close it in a style. So please stay tuned.
I think Maximo will be the same. They'll be trying to close in style here. 2 to win now. Fielders come in, but it's looking futile. Dot ball, pressure builds.
That's coming straight. Again, another shot right over, and he has finished this game in a style. Simranjit, wow, what a knock. What a knock. This championship is Maximo 11's, the champions of the Prague T10 Challenger Cup 2023.
Well deserved, fantastic team performance over the last 3 days.
What an absolute, what an absolute tournament. I mean, so much of energy, so much of enthusiasm, and really, I think everybody enjoyed it. Players, you know, spectators, fans,
Scorer of the match,
and
Naveen.
everybody around organizing this tournament.
Yeah, we thank everyone who's put so much time into making this a success.
Maximo 11's winning by 9 wickets here. And let's look at who is the man of the match. The player of the match is none other than Riaz Afridi, the very own Czech boy, helping his home team sail through and ultimately win this tournament. Congratulations to Maximo 11. Really nicely surprised by the level of performance you have put up. The bar was always raising, game after game.
Yep, Afridi in the final 3 for 10. Obviously, Navi performed fantastically too with 47 off 21, 5 sixes. But yeah, you see the boys pulled together for this weekend, a bit of an all-star team from around Europe. They've had a great weekend and they end up with the trophy. So stick around, we'll have a presentation coming shortly.